What is the beauty? Is there a beauty of enlightenment? Is there something that this one can advertise or broadcast as, oh, it's worthwhile trying this? You see, is there something that I can sell? You see, can you sell me enlightenment? That's a good question. Can you sell me it? Can you persuade? You see, enlightenment means the salesman's gone. There's no salesman. There's simply something that remains, that appears as if one moment body, next moment gone. Only life, existence, you see. The fluctuating path, the pulse, the vibrating energy of life is what you become. You've never not been a flat line, you see, but you've always been one pulse at one side, you see. But enlightenment means you go fluctuating from both sides. In one moment, body, person, eating, laughing, dancing, having fun. Next moment, but the time essence between the two movements, there's no division between the two, you see, because the flat line is keeping everything parallel, everything content, everything as it should be. Peace, infinite. The whole misery of not awakening enlightenment is you only experience life on one side. And there's not two sides, you see. There is only one side. One line with billions of versions of sides. Billions of versions of you. Every moment of your day, a new you is born. Every moment of your day, a new you is born. A time moment, you may want to call it a second or a nanosecond. There's a new you. Every breath, every in-between breath is you. Always you. No birth, no death. But every outward breath and inward breath is old you dying, new you being born. That's how miraculous it is, you see. That is how miraculous this is. And you think you live 70 years, 80 years, whatever the term is of this body. And within this 80 years, if you're lucky to live 80 years in this body, you will have been born billions and zillions of times. In the same, well, it appears to be the same body, but even the body changes. Every moment of the day, your body is changing. This body is changing, you see. When you say your body, that's the mistake. That's when you become unenlightened. You see, I am the body. I am only experiencing one side of the line. I am only experiencing this ego side. Even though something inside says there's more. So what remains after the beauty of enlightenment? What is the beauty of enlightenment? Everything is the same. Everything is exactly the same. There's no preferences. There's no expectations from anything or anyone. Life is now came to the forefront and is running everybody's life. You see, life is controlling everybody's life. So you cannot blame another for doing anything in their life because it is being controlled by some whole consciousness. Whole life is controlling its whole journey. And it is no planned journey, you see. There is no planned journey. That's the freedom, you see. You see, when you see a person doing something wrong, and you say, oh God, conscious, your mind comes in, you see, your old ego mind comes in and says, oh, consciousness is not very nice, you see, if it's making that one do that, you see. But consciousness does not know what it's doing. It is no judgment. It's simply rolling along like a wave on the ocean. The wave begins, it rises, it doesn't know where it's going to end up, at what point it's going to fall, at what point it's going to peak, and for how long it's going to remain on the ocean. Consciousness is the sea. It has no idea what is going to happen to itself. And it doesn't really mind. You see, it's when you attach to things. It's the mind that minds. The mind minds about the mind. The mind minds so much about itself that it is controlling, trying to control the pure natural essence of rolling life. The wave wants to control itself, you see, and creates so much disturbance within the ocean. The wave will fall on its own, and it will rise again. You cannot say reincarnation exists, because reincarnation means to go and to come back. There's no reincarnation, there's alwaysness. You cannot say the wave has been reincarnated into another wave. It has never not been the ocean. It has never not died. It has never not gone anywhere. You cannot control one molecule of water in an ocean and follow its path. Where's it going, That's a mistake of humans, but that mistake leads to enlightenment. When you say, you know what, whatever I do, I can't find out what I'm looking for, you see. I can't find this little molecule of water in the ocean. This truth, you see, I can't find it. And you get so hacked off, you give up. You say, you know what, I give up, you see. And then you realize that what you're looking for, the molecule of water in the ocean, does not exist as a single molecule. You then become the ocean, just rolling along. I'm not trying to, one of these, when you see like this, you don't try and flavor things up, you don't try and make it look wonderful, because that's ego, you see, trying to say, oh, you must try this, I'm such a superior being, it's just wonderful, I'm like Buddha, I sit and everything is just the essence of love, That is the result, the flavor for the individual within this enlightenment. The individual has to exist, even though it's disappearing every moment, with no fear, no concern. Everything is as it should be for the enlightened being. The bonus is that what remains is not the person and not enlightenment, but everything becomes knowledge. And this knowledge is sifting through this free will, come as you go body. Come, anything can come in this body. The devil can come and anything can come through this body. I am not the owner of this body. This body is merely a vessel. So knowledge comes through and you find yourself on a video explaining things, and knowing that not many will understand, and rightfully so. And you feel stupid. But I watched a video recently of Alan Watts who says the truth. Only in years down the line, you see, in our human years down the line, was Einstein accepted. Because we have to really, really, really get used to this new slow wave that arises every day in your life. You see, you have to learn about Einstein's theories. You have to sit and with them and let them soak in you and sift in you. That is why Buddha is so much more valued nowadays than when he was actually alive. Yeah, Ramana Maharshi, the saint of all saints, not here, was just a meager man on a hillside, and very few visited. The few lucky ones visited, you see. And they came back and preached, no, who is this fool, this, what this, who am I? And now everybody is saying, who am I, Same as Papaji. And Muji will not be understood for centuries, But the good thing is we are learning quicker, you see. And learning means that time becomes shorter, you see. And when time becomes shorter, you're very close to timelessness. And once timelessness has been experienced, you sit in the middle as Buddha. In the middle of everything, you see. Someone asked recently and said, what is the result? What is the knowledge, the superior knowledge that comes? It doesn't come as one superior knowledge. It comes in little sifts of ridiculous information, but is so ingrained within the soul of all beings that you feel a bit fortunate to experience this and to try and reveal this with not much luck. But that's okay, you see, because it's you that has to do that. You have to reveal it for yourself. And this knowledge, this question that was asked, what is it? What is it? What would you say was all of this, you see? And I would say that if you take something and it's existing right now, and let's take the hand. That is something. But it is also nothing. But it is neither something nor nothing. But it is both. And all of these and many more are appearing simultaneously as the same right now. So you'll never put your finger on truth. Because in our mind, they're all changing, you see. Even the time it took to describe that, they had to come in stages. But the enlightened one, they're all there at the same time. And they're not there at the same time. And over all these possibilities lies this one moment, which veils everything. Many call it what is. Some call it isness, nowness, hereness. This one moment supersedes all of this and keeps this safe and able for you to understand with your mind. All of these examples could possibly be true. And does it end there? No. At the other side of this one moment, there's other possibilities. And in each possibility, there is two sides to each possibility. And to the two sides of each possibility, each of these two sides has sides of possibilities. And it changes, and it goes on, and on, and on. And the only thing that is assured, that it has no end. It never began, and it will never end. It never began, and it will never end. Everything that can be imagined, fantasized, can be physically planned and done and thought is a possibility. And a possibility means it may come, or it will come. But the truth is, every single new birth possibility, new imagination, new fantasy, new thought, new evolution, new century, new future event, everything that is a possibility has already been done. And we're all experiencing them at the same time, as the same thing. And the possibilities don't exist, but they do. And the one moment doesn't exist, but it does. You see? Your mind will never understand. This mind does not understand. This mind is only conveying. But there's a joy in knowing that whatever this is, the one, if there is one, there may be hundreds of ones, and there may be hundreds of minus ones, and there may be one superior one, and there may be one mega one. You know, all of this, whoever or whatever is the result or is the creator, but that's wrong, you see, because it's never been created. It's always been this. See, so this is frigging amazing, and you don't really need to know about the trivial things that the Bible says about God and Brahman and Absolute and whatever. It is far, far superior to that. You know, we try and bring it back to our own level of thinking so that we can cope. And this helps. That's why so many are becoming enlightened. But to know the truth is so far away, but so close, and neither and both are the same thing. You have to laugh, you see. There's no person laughing. There's only laughter, a universal laugh that takes place. One big roar of laughter going on for zillions and zillions and zillions and zillions of our time years. Not two roars, only one. Imagine the size of that roar. And imagine merging with that roar. Because that's what enlightenment is. To give up and surrender all this. To become part of the joke. Namaste. It's snowing. Or is it?